of 1-0 in District 15-5A Division II. More on that in a moment. But the really good news for the champion Chargers is that they are finally healthy.
Yeah, last week they got everybody back, but they had a bye week, and then they had everybody back from the bye, and they showed a little bit of rust, and that's why they had no points at the half. And they kind of got things going in that second half and scored all 17. I think they're going to need a little bit faster start tonight against the Tivy Antlers.
So as we mentioned, each of these teams won its district opener. Tivy outscored Lockhart 50-43, and as Kerry mentioned, champions shut out Medina Valley 17-0. So the Charger defense in recent weeks appears to be rounding into form.
Yeah, they played great last week in getting their shutout, second of the year, and Medina Valley was able to move the ball between the 20s on them, but it was only 3- and 4-yard chunks, but they could never get into the end zone. And so at the end, Medina Valley got the ball to the 8. Champion was trying to play for the shutout, and they were able to do that, and they held them on 4th and goal at the 8. So they played a great game last week. The defense did, and like I said, second shutout of the season for the Charger defense.
Well, ultimately, all that matters is that each team comes in here unblemished in district play. But on the season overall, champions 5-1, Tivy is 1-5. The Chargers' lone loss was to El Campo, a good El Campo team here in Boerne a couple of weeks ago. The weather, hey, we had some rain this afternoon. We're done with that. No chance of precip. The field is in good shape. But, Kerry, you were down on the field before the game. That wind is whistling out of the north, and I would say about 20 mph, and it is going to be a factor in the game.
Yeah, I believe so, especially when you kick. Which do you take the win in the fourth quarter? Do you get it? How do you get it? Do you punt? It might be a deal where you call a timeout so you can punt with the wind before the end of the quarter or something like that, or you don't have to punt into the wind, or that's definitely going to be a factor. That's one thing Coach Kaiser was talking about. He said, let's see how the wind is going to affect the throwing, especially the throwing. So that's going to be one of the big factors.
Captains meeting at midfield as we're just moments away from kickoff. Temperature at kickoff is 72 degrees. And Kerry, you were so familiar with this rivalry. Kerrville-Tivy, Boerne champion, two really storied programs, and you've seen so many of these matchups. They just get after each other.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Coach Kaiser mentioned about their record. They're 1-5, like you said, 0-5 in non-district, but he said don't be fooled by the record. He said they played some pretty good teams. They lost to Dripping Springs, Fredericksburg, Killeen Shoemaker, Austin McCallum, and Cowan, and all those teams are pretty good. So don't be fooled by their record. They're a lot better than their record indicates. And it's a rivalry game. Funny things can happen in rivalry games, as we all know. And so, yeah, you can't assume that, they're 1-5. They're not very good. You throw that out the window because Chargers know they're going to have to play tonight to get a win. Well,
in doing video study, Kerrville-Tivy has some players. Remember the Cowboys triplets?
Yep.
Well, the Antlers have some triplets of their own. The quarterback, Jake Layton, the wide receiver, Jackson Johnston, and the running back, who's really been coming on in recent weeks, is Ryan Mayberry. They all had 3 big games against Lockhart a week ago when Tivy won its district opener 50-43 over the Lions. So champion is going to get the ball to start this game. We are delighted that you're with us. Nothing like October football as we reach the Ides of October today. And kicking off for the Tivy Antlers, number 17, Stephen Grocky. Return men, typically for the Chargers, Ryan Brandon, Davis Pike, and Sawyer Boye. And again, we'll remind you that is a stiff breeze coming out of the north. And Tivy will have the advantage of that 20 mph wind here in the first quarter. And with that, we are playing the great game with the wind. That's a deep kickoff. It hits in the end zone by rule. That's a touchback. And we'll see the Charger offense 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line. This is a Charger offense that's averaging 30 points a game and 288 total yards. They'd like to scratch out a little more on the ground, and they got a chance to do that now that they have Alex Rodriguez back as their starting running back.
Yeah, and Carson Kaiser, of course, is back. And, again, those guys hadn't played in a while. They were a little rusty last week. Let's see how they come out tonight.
Kaiser, the quarterback. And it's a zone read give on 1st down, and cracking out across the 25 for a gain of about 2 yards is Alex Rodriguez, setting up a 2nd and 8 just underway here at Boerne ISD Stadium.
Rodriguez had a big run in that second half, got them going, got that offense going in that second half last week.
From the 27, play fake and a whistle before the snap, and we've got a procedure penalty against the Chargers. So instead of 2nd and 8, it'll be 2nd and 13.
Scoreboard has it at 2nd and 56 for some reason, but they changed
it.
Hey,
it's early. It's early. You know, we don't have our sweatpants off yet. We're still getting warm. It's okay.
They're showing a little rust too.
All right, so on 2nd and 13, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Give barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that sets up a 3rd and long situation for the Chargers. Something nobody wants to be in, but that's particularly not a good thing for the Charger offense, as they've sputtered here just a little bit to begin the ball game.
Yeah, and they're going into the wind. They're going to have to throw into the wind here on 3rd and long.
So you don't want to have to punt it from down there against that stiff breeze. Kaiser wants to throw, has time, deep down the left side. This ball is going to be picked off at about the 40-yard line in Tivy territory. And on the interception, that's Garrett Abel, and that's notable because that is the first interception Kaiser has thrown this year. Going in, he had an infinite touchdown to interception ratio of 10 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. That's his first pick, and that may have been a miscommunication because that was messed up from the jump.
Yeah, and I don't know if he was just trying to throw it away, but I don't think he saw Abel. I don't think he saw the safety. He came over, made a catch, and one way to look at it is kind of like a punt in a sense.
Here are the Antlers from their 41. The quarterback, Jake Layton, motion across the formation. It's a swing pass out to the running back, Ryan Mayberry. And one thing we've seen in recent weeks is this Charger defense will really chase you.
Yes, good speed. Tanner Lee making the tackle from behind for a loss.
By the way, that's his 6th tackle for a loss this year, and he leads the team in that category. Loss of almost 2 there, 2nd and 12. 2 backs back there in the shotgun alongside Layton. The give is to Mayberry. He's got some room initially, cracks out to about the 45. So it's going to be a 3rd and 7 situation from there. And the clock running with 10:13 showing here in the opening period.
It's like one of the Charger defenders looked like they had him for a real short game, but he slips out of that and gets up to the 45.
Tivy offense that's averaging 23 points a game and had 516 total yards last Friday in Lockhart. 3rd and 7 from the 45. Again, 2 backs in the backfield alongside the quarterback, Layton. Here's the snap. Swing pass coming to the near side. It's complete, and trying for the first down and hoping to get there is Fisher Middleton, the senior. And we'll see where they mark it right now. It looks, Kerry, like he's about a foot short.
Yep, they marked him down right at the 50. He's got to get to the 49. This might be 4-down territory here, especially since you only need about a foot, like you said.
And you have the wind, and you're the underdog, and you have a scoring opportunity coming off a turnover. Here it is, 4th and less than a yard. Layton, the quarterback. Play clock at 12 as he looks to the far side to see if there's an adjustment in the play.
Might be trying to get him to jump. Oh, they moved. Tivy moved.
That's not what the Antlers had in mind.
Well, see, that's the hard part. If you're gonna just put your lineman up there, don't put him in a set position. Just cannot let him stand there until you decide, because you have to hold that position for 10, 15 seconds, and that's hard to not flinch at all. And that pretty much decides what they're going to do here, I think.
A costly penalty, because they were going to go for it on 4th and less than a yard, but now after the procedure penalty, they're going to punt it away. And on to punt for the Antlers is Stephen Grocky, who also handles their place-kicking duties. Grocky standing back at his 31-yard line. A little bit of a low snap. And guess what? There's a flag on the play and a block punt. We'll see how this shakes out. But that punt is blocked. That's 4th down. It's going to be the Chargers' ball one way or the other. I was a little concerned that maybe Grocky, the punter, when he went down to take the snap, that his knee was on the ground, in which case that would have ended the play right there.
It's a procedure against Tivy, so they're going to decline that. And I thought his knee went down there too, and I think that's why he couldn't decide what he wanted to do. I think he thought the play was over and then just realized that they didn't blow the whistle and then tried to punt it, but by then it was too late. So big break for the Chargers. Antlers got one, couldn't capitalize. Chargers get a break here. Let's see how they handle it.
And the Chargers with an excellent scoring opportunity as they take over at the Antler 28-yard line. Carson Kaiser, the quarterback. First team All-District a year ago and the preseason Offensive Player of the Year in the district this year. Alex Rodriguez with a slashing run on first down, and he gets down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line with about 8.5 minutes remaining now in the first period.
Well, last week they were trying to get Rodriguez going early. They kind of abandoned the run game, and then they made a point of it, getting him going in that second half. Looks like they're trying to get him going early here in this game.
That was a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Kaiser from the gun. Rodriguez right up the gut as he runs to daylight, and a really good job by the interior portion of the Boerne champion offensive line. Nice job by the guards, Anthony Sanchez and Louis Kleber. Short of the first down, going to be 3rd and 2.
One thing Kaiser said is that Carson and Alex, they hadn't played for a while. They were really sore after that last week's game, getting their first contact.
Davis Pike is the wide receiver to the near side. Rodriguez on the carry has the first down and more as he cracks inside the 10. I think they're going to mark it right at the 10, so officially it'll be 1st and goal from there. Keep in mind that after that block punt, the Chargers took possession of the ball at the Antler 28-yard line. Again, running play up the middle. Great yardage for Rodriguez, who's hit at the 3 and gets down around the 1. And in terms of just straight out head up blocking, this is as aggressive as I have seen the Charger offensive line so far this year. They're doing a nice job.
Yep, and give the assist to the official on that tackle.
2 receivers to the near side. Why deviate? Just keep running the same play, and it gets you into the end zone. Alex Rodriguez with the touchdown. And that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Comes into the game averaging almost 7 yards a carry. And with that, the Chargers draw first blood. They're up 6-0 with the PAT still upcoming.
Well, we saw what the game plan was, a heavy dose of Rodriguez.
Will Wallace with his 17th PAT of the season. And with that, 7:07 remaining here in the first quarter. And the champion Chargers are on top 7-0. We thank you for listening to the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Fame, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies.
Chargers block a punt, cash it in for a score. They're up 7-0 here about midway through the first period. We'll have Kerry with scoring drive information in just a moment, but right now Will Wallace, who just tacked on the PAT, is on to kick it off for the Chargers. Here we go into that breeze. Relatively short kick taken at the 16-yard line and returned right up the middle. There's some daylight there, but also a very solid tackle applied. That was a nice job in kick coverage by Jacob Caraway. And so how about that scoring drive, Kerry?
Well, they went 5 plays, 28 yards, only took them 1:30, and we saw what the game plan is so far is just give the ball to Rodriguez. He had four carries on those 5 plays, and so they feel obviously that they can run on the Antlers, and they're doing it right between the tackles. They're not even trying to go wide. They're just going right up the middle. So that's, like you said, keep doing it till they stop it.
Tivy offense down a touchdown. They'll start this drive from their 31-yard line. And on first down, they have trips, 3 receivers to the near side. And that's kind of a wildcat snap there as on the carry, and it's going to clear for a first down. That's Logan Edmonds on the carry out of that wildcat look. The regular quarterback for Tivy, Jake Layton, had a big week In that game against Lockhart last week, he threw for 242 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he completed 75% of his passes. They'll stay with that Wildcat look again. Here's Edmonds. And once again, he's got a first down inside the Charger 45 down to about the 43.
It's a good tackle by Aiden Pickett. Basically touchdown saving tackle coming up from the safety spot. So right now, Edmonds, 2 good runs. So if you're Antlers, you got to keep him in there.
Started this back at the 31-yard line, and they'll do just that. And here's Edmonds coming to the near side, and he has his 3rd straight double-digit carry. So we're going to look for some kind of defensive adjustment by the Chargers on that.
You're going to have to, and like you said, 3 carries, 3 first downs. So, and now they're going to take him out and give him a rest and bring in Layton.
Did a nice job. Advanced the ball all the way to the Charger 30-yard line. Nice job by the Tivy Antler offensive line as well. So Layton back in the game. Mentioned the fact that he completed 75% of his tosses last week in Lockhart. 2 backs out of the gun. They'll give it right up the middle to Mayberry, who has been their bell cow running back throughout the year, and he's got worthwhile yardage on first down, a gain of almost 5 as the clock hits the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter with Champion leading 7-0.
Well, Edmonds had runs of 14, 13, 13 on his 3 carries, and so that's definitely something the Antlers are going to come back to.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. They'll go with that 2-back look again. Swing pass far side. It's complete inside the 20, down around the 16-yard line, and a nice catch and tough running by the senior Fisher Middleton.
Well, Antlers offense, they got Chargers defense back on their heels a little bit right now. They're mixing it up pretty well right now, running both sides of the field, going wide, and Champion has not been able to stop them other than that one 4-yard gain was the shortest.
They'll go back to Edmonds. That's about the first time they've contained Edmonds. As you see, we're early on in this game in Boerne with the Chargers converting a block punt into a touchdown. They lead it 7-0 right now as we approach the 5-minute mark in quarter number 1. Officially no gains. That's about the best job the Charger defense has done on Logan. Again, he'll keep it, this time far side, and that is a good solo tackle. That is a really nice job. Was that Aiden Pickett over there?
I believe so. 15 or 16. His jersey's might be Sawyer Bowley. That might have been Sawyer Bowley on that one.
That was a really nice head-up solo tackle because there was a lot of space, a lot of green out there.
Yep, that was. He came up from the safety spot and read it well.
3rd and officially 11 with the ball down around the 18-yard line. And Lackey is back in the ball game at quarterback, and we've got a whistle before the snap. Our officiating crew, by the way, is led by crew chief, the referee Tom McAfee, the umpire tonight, Joe Covarrubias. Robert Moreno is the head linesman, the line judge Mark Gomez, the back judge Eric Schmidt, the side judge Brett Reese, and Sean Anderson is our field judge tonight.
Well, we talked about the wind. It'll be interesting if Tivy doesn't gain a yard. Would they try a long field goal? You got the wind at your back.
3rd and 16 after the procedure penalty. Layton under heavy pressure. They're blitzing. They're coming at him. Gets the pass away. Is that a shoestring catch? I thought initially the ball may have hit the turf, and there is a flag on the play. But for right now, the officials are signaling touchdown, and if that was a shoestring catch, it was a good one.
Yeah, it really was, and he did a good job. The quarterback did a good job getting rid of it. Layton, he was about to get sacked, but there's 2 flags. Ineligible man is one of them. Flags came from 2 different spots.
Yep, so one of those interior linemen got too far downfield, and that is a costly penalty for the Antlers. They were already looking at 3rd and 16.
And that tends to happen on an RPO or a screen play where the linemen, they have to hold their positions. Sometimes they jump the gun early, and I think because that play got blown up pretty quick, they started running downfield.
It's one of the toughest calls that officials have to make.
Yeah, and they usually give them a cushion. They give them about a 3-yard cushion where they can be beyond the line of scrimmage, but beyond that, they tend to get you.
Moves the ball all the way back to the 28, and the Antlers have to get down around the 8-yard line to convert a first down. Here's the quarterback, throws it a hook route, and standing there in the passing lane with an excellent chance for an interception was Cole Kennedy. Just couldn't come up with it, but he was in the right spot.
Yeah, it was a rocket. So, well, this is going to be interesting. With the win, what do you do here? Do you try to field goal, or do you looks like they're going to try to field goal.
They're running out here with a tee for sure, and they do have the benefit of that 20-mile-an-hour wind, which is blowing left to right as we describe this to you.
About a 45
the holder
rider.
is Brett Stokes, and the kicker is Stephen Grocky. This will be a 45-yard attempt from the left hash. Got plenty of distance, and it's good. What a nice job by Grocky. So with that, 3:53 left in the first quarter, that cuts the Charger lead to 7-3. Back in a moment. Thank you for being with us on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
This game is going into overtime. At the Dog and Pony, we are
Out of that Wildcat formation with Logan Edmonds doing most of the heavy lifting, and they convert it into 3 points. We'll have Kerry with scoring drive information in just a moment, but right now Grocky, the guy that just nailed that field goal, and that was smooth, he's set to kick it off, and we'll get another look at the champion Charger offense. Here's the kickoff with the wind. Carries deep, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Goes out the back of the end zone, and the Chargers will take over at their 25-yard line following that 3-point scoring drive by the Tivy Antlers.
Yep, they went 9 plays, 41 yards, took 202. Had a good-looking drive going. They were 1st and 10 at the 17, and then 2nd and 9 at the 16, and then from there they went backwards on a couple penalties all the way back to the 28, and they tried the 45-yard field goal, and we talked about that wind being a factor. Definitely you go for it when you got that stiff breeze like that, and it paid off for the Antlers.
Carson Kaiser, the quarterback for the champion Chargers, standing back at his 20-yard line, and to his right is their star running back, Alex Rodriguez, who did such a good job on that touchdown scoring drive moments ago. And A-Rod kind of picks up where he left off. Another fine carry, this time for about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2 with 3:40 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Chargers leading the Tivy Antlers 7-3.
So you just wonder, because of the wind, they don't want to throw into that wind?
Gain of 9 officially. So Rodriguez plowing ahead, trying to get the first down. Looks like he's got it out across the 35-yard line at the 36.
Normally the Chargers try to be pretty balanced, but like I said, maybe they just see something they like in the alignment of the Antler defense, or the wind's a factor here.
Well, they've had no clue, no cure for A-Rod. It's a swing pass this time, kind of a wide receiver screen out to Ryan Brandon. Fine receiver who does a nice job after the catch as well. Ryan Brandon, who goes in. That's his 23rd reception of the year. He had 429 yards and 5 touchdowns going in, and is averaging 20 yards a catch. So that hurt his average right there. Even though he got the first down, Rodriguez running with authority. Takes a pretty good pop from one of the linebackers, but still he initiated that contact, and he is in Tivy Antler territory at the 46-yard line. 2:42 remaining in the first quarter, and Champion leading this one. Second district ball game for both teams by a score of 7-3. Kaiser throws near side. That's complete to Davis Pike, and they'll take that hook route as long as you give it to them.
Yep, I think that's...
It's Cannon Brooks,
yep,
forgive me.
Cannon Brooks, yeah. And right now, I think because of the wind, they're just throwing short stuff, just 2 or 3 yard passes, but that's all you need.
First down at the Antler 41. Kaiser looks to the near side, now floats that direction, and not much he can do there as he's going to be snowed under after a loss of about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 back at the 42-yard line.
That was good coverage by the Antler secondary. Kaiser looking downfield, just nothing there. I didn't know if he'd try to throw it away. That time he lowered that shoulder. You know, be careful there because he's got that shoulder injury he's been dealing with.
You know, it's funny because the Tivy defense has given up 38 points a game, but when you look at the stats, they really haven't given up a whole lot of yards, so they've been victimized by some big plays. Rodriguez into the secondary, and he is dealing right now. He got a first down inside the Antler 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, and they're not even disguising it. That time they just lined everybody up, and you knew Rodriguez was going to get it, and he did.
And it's all been between the guards, right up the gut. On first down, complete. That's a nice catch and a nice move after the catch by Cannon Brooks. His second reception on this drive. That's a nice one as it gets down to about the 7-yard line.
Be first and goal here.
And on first and goal, here's Rodriguez again. Hit at the 5, shakes that tackler, just runs through him. He got excellent lower body strength as he takes this one inside the 5 where it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, I like how they're mixing in the pass game. A heavy dose of Rodriguez, but they'll throw it, and that's good. Try to keep that defense honest like that.
Here's Kaiser. And there's Rodriguez, who walks into the end zone for the second time here in the first quarter. So right now it's 13-3 with the PAT upcoming. And when I say walks in, literally he's done it twice now as they have just had no answer, no solution to that really nice run blocking by the Charger offensive line and just the powerful running of Alex Rodriguez, who scores his 2nd touchdown of the night and his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And PAT is on its way. Will Wallace has got it. Back in a moment. The champion Chargers lead the Tivy Antlers 14-3. Back in a moment on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
All right, so after Tivy kicks a field goal, the Chargers respond immediately to take a 14-3 lead. Here's Kerry with that drive information.
Well, 10 plays, 75 yards, took 2:30 off the clock of the 10 plays. They got 5 first downs and never faced the 3rd down. Everything was a 1st or 2nd down as they were just eating up chunks of yards that time against the Tivy defense.
Will Wallace, the left footer, and this is an onside attempt, and they're going to make this. They had a chance to make it happen. Now it's a wild scramble for the ball. We'll see who has it, but you have told me so many times that Keith Kaiser will do that, and they make this one happen. It's the Chargers football.
Riverboat gambler, Keith Kaiser. He doesn't mind taking chances like that, even though you'd give Tivy a short field. He doesn't mind doing that. Oh, there is a flag, so it's way back at where they line up, so it might have been an offsides. So Tivy's going to make him re-kick it. Yeah, Coach Kaiser, he doesn't mind taking those types of chances, high risk, high reward kind of plays.
And I like it when you do it with the lead.
Yeah.
You know, your chances of being successful are greatly enhanced.
Yeah, and because you're probably not expecting it if you're Tivy. Well, they just scored a touchdown, and so it's the element of surprise.
I like it.
And he'll do it
how much
part of the game.
Would it take to do that again?
It would take a lot.
Oh, yeah? Let's see that again.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, but this is a kick into the wind for Wallace.
Wallace did a nice job of executing on that.
Yeah, it was a really good. Like you said, they had it about the 10-yard. Got away from them, and then they ended up with it, but then the offsides kind of canceled that, negated it.
So the penalty moves it back to the 35-yard line. Wallace presumably will kick away against that breeze. He does, and we see how stiff that breeze is as a fair catch is made at the 33-yard line, and Tivy will take the ball, trailing by 11.
There's a punch thrown there.
See, just not cool. Just not cool. We'll see how we sort this out under the guidance of our referee, Tom McAfee.
Some little bit of extracurricular and and then there was a little push and then a kind of a punch. So let's see if there's any kind of ejections or how they handle this.
Got to be cooler than that.
Personal foul called against the Antlers.
Yep, and
that appeared to be Landon Barnett.
Yeah, and Simmons
who launched the punt.
Yeah, and Simmons is the one that took the shot. Took the head to the blow to the head. So that hurts.
Well, it does because it cost him field position. Very short kick against the breeze, but now with the personal foul, wow, Tivy is going to take the ball really deep in their own territory as they're still marking this one out. And that is an ejection. That is an ejection. Landon Barnett, who threw that punch, has played his final snap of the night.
Well, what's interesting, if Tivy can't get anything going here in this last minute, they're going to be going into the wind if they extend this drive past this quarter.
Yeah, impressive performance in the first quarter by the Chargers against that wind.
Yeah, well, that's why they're running it, I think.
Absolutely. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. And it's just a little hitch pass out to the far side. Gain of about 4 as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the first quarter with the Chargers going against the wind, nevertheless leading by 11 at 14-3. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Running play coming near side. That's Fisher Middleton on the carry, and he's close to first down yardage.
Had some success running to the outside. Edmonds did a lot coming to the outside, and that time they get about just a yard short of a first down there.
Yep, they'll mark it short, so this is a big 3rd down for the Tivy Antlers, who don't want to give the ball up so quickly, trailing by 11. 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter now, and the clock running. That's got a first down and more, and that's Middleton again, and he's got a lot of room. He's still running. He is into Charger territory and finally knocked out of bounds on the far side at about the Boerne champion 46 or 47-yard line is where they appear to be marking the football.
That was a big run. Connor Holtorf pushed him out of bounds, but like you said, not before a big gain. Goes out at the 48. But
going to mark it at the 48, and that stops the clock with 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. But Tivy with a good job of moving the ball outside the shadow of their own goalpost. They started this at the 8-yard line following that ejection and personal foul. Running play coming near side, and that's Logan Edmonds. This time as a running back, he's done a fine job as a Wildcat quarterback. Not much this time, gain of about 1, and that's the final play of the first quarter. We've played 12 minutes here in Boerne. Our score, the champion Chargers 14, the Tivy Antlers 3. Back with quarter number 2 in just a moment. Thank you for being with us on the Chargers Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Back with quarter number 2. Nothing like Texas high school football on a beautiful October evening. Glad you're with us. I'm Paul Alexander along with my buddy Kerry Barboza as we start quarter number 2, and the Chargers up by 11 at 14-3. Running play, Gadget play. I got a man wide open, and this is going to be a touchdown throw. Gadget play as they throw it out to the halfback, who then launches it deep. And if ever they came up with the right call at the right time, because that really reverses momentum and gets them right back into the game. PAT upcoming. In just a minute, we'll set that play for you. But it was a pass all the way. You know, they've been throwing that swing pass, Kerry. The defensive backs coming up so quickly, they've noticed that. So this time they just send a receiver back behind it. It was great, and I think that was Lake Audrain on the touchdown catch for the Tivy Antlers.
Yep, 23.
So Grocky on for the PAT to get them within 4. The kick is on its way, and it's good. So the Antlers make a statement. Okay, here's the replay on this, and it's the halfback option pass. If you're an old-time Dallas Cowboy fan, looks like Dan Reeves doing the throw in there.
Yeah.
And we'll keep it right here with 11:50 remaining here in the second quarter as Tivy cuts the lead to 4 at 14-10. Wasn't just a good call, it was a perfectly timed call, Kerry. They called it at exactly the right time.
Yeah, we've called Sawyer Boley's name several times, at least 2 or 3 on tackles where he's running up from the safety spot making tackles. So they saw that he was coming up on the run play to help with stop the run. And so they said, well, if he's going to come in, we're going to send our receiver past him. So they look like it's going to be a run. And then the receiver breaks out, Audrain, and then wide open, like you said. That was a great play call. And that was into the wind. So that was a good throw into that wind.
Kerry will set the scoring drive information for you right after the kickoff. So Grocky, who's done a good job tonight with that PAT and earlier a long field goal, he's set to kick it off. And we'll see if the Charger offense can answer and respond. Here's the kickoff into that wind, going to be taken at the 16-yard line and returned to the near side. And on the kickoff return, that's Ryan Brandon, who's done such a fine job in just a multiple number of facets here for not only the special teams, but the Charger offense as well. We mentioned the fact that Brandon went into the game with 22 catches, averaging 20 yards a catch, and he has 1 reception so far tonight. So after the kickoff, clock stopped with 11:44 remaining before halftime, and the Chargers now trying to add to their 4-point lead as they move with the wind. Carson Kaiser, the quarterback. What else would you expect? They've been so successful, they give it off to Alex Rodriguez, but a good job of convergence that time by the interior of the Tivy defense, and this time it's officially no gain.
Well, let's see if the Chargers open up that passing game a little bit with that wind behind their back. That drive by the Antlers, 5-play, 92 yards, took a minute 29. Remember, they went a long way.
Pass, far side, complete. And driving forward, trying to get the first down, is Cannon Brooks with his 3rd reception of the evening. He went in with 23 on the season, and he's a very, very productive and resourceful player because he's really good after the catch. Comes up about 1.5 yards short of the first down from the 40-yard line. Here's Rodriguez. He's got the first and more. Bounces off a tackle, makes a spin move, and has a first down at the Boerne champion 45-yard line.
Guy's like a pinball. He just bounces off tacklers, just spinning, turning. That's his style, just so fast with his feet.
And he is initiating the contact.
Yeah, he doesn't mind it.
Kaiser on the play fake, has lots of time, throws deep down the middle, got a man wide open and overthrows Ryan Brandon. Put a little more air under that, and that's a walk-in score. But still, a message was sent.
Yeah, he stretched the field right there, and there might be some adjustment on the throws, throwing with the wind behind you, because Brandon's a fast guy. He just overshot him, and maybe the wind had something to do with it, and he carried a few extra yards because of that stiff breeze.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 45. Running play near side, Alex Rodriguez, first down more, inside the 40, inside the 30, kicks out of 1, Finally dragged down inside the 15-yard line. Alex Rodriguez running with authority, and that is an understatement.
Yeah, what a great run by Rodriguez. Gets them in the red zone, and that time they kind of went outside. They tried him between the tackles. This time they go a little bit outside, and it pays off that time.
Line of scrimmage, the 14-yard line following that long run. Rodriguez again on what has been the most successful play, not only for him, but for the Charger offense. It's just that zone play right up the gut between the guards. Gain of almost 4 on this one.
And the play before that goes for 31. He's got to be closing in on 100 yards by the half.
Kaiser from the gun throws the slant. That's a nice catch and a nice defensive job as well. It's really hard to cover that slant. I got to give both parties credit there. That was just good football.
Yep, Davis Pike in there on that right side, going for that slant.
Kaiser looking to the near side to offensive coordinator Travis Chrisman to get the play. Play clock at 16 right now.
Taking their time. Well, I think they're going to call it. Well, let's see. They got to hurry. 5 seconds.
Motion, they get it off in time. Kaiser has to pull it down. Tries to run it up the middle, but that is just completely cut off. And a really nice job defensively for the Antlers by John Valadez.
Yep. Looks like Kaiser was waiting for the play to develop, but the pocket was collapsing, so he was trying to step up into that pocket and escape it, but not able to. Good job by the Antlers. Going to force a field goal attempt by Will Wallace.
From the 24-yard line, making this a 34-yard attempt with the ball on the near hash mark. A little bit of a tough angle for a left footer. It's on its way. It's tough unless you're Will Wallace. He just absolutely drills it. And with that, once again, the Chargers have a 7-point lead at 17-10. 9:07 remaining before halftime. Back in a moment on the Charger Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Gina Devane, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Keith Kaiser. You may know me from the sidelines at Champion Charger football games. I'm here to talk to you about eliminating a real condition called hangry tummy. Symptoms include irritability, inability to concentrate, lack of energy, and the most common symptom, thankfully, there's a cure, Smoky Moe's Barbecue. Hey, where's the Smoky Moe's Barbecue?
Breezy night, but so far a good night for field goal kickers, Kerry, as long as they're kicking with the breeze.
Yeah, definitely. That one, 9 plays, 43-yard drive, took 2:37. Will Wallace caps the drive with a 34-yard field goal.
Wallace set to kick it off, does so. Kind of a knuckleball, but it goes into the end zone, and as soon as it makes contact there by rule, that's a touchback. And we've got another skirmish going on.
Yep.
Game getting a little bit chippy, and we do have a flag at the 25-yard line.
Well, it is a hill country rivalry, and but these mistakes you just can't make these mistakes and hurt your team. Although that last drive, the Antlers back to the 8, and they scored on a 92-yard drive. All those penalties didn't hurt them. Could be offsetting. Let's see. There was a couple players tangled up there.
Personal foul called against the Chargers.
This time, it's not offsetting. It's going to be a personal foul against the Chargers. At least that was the initial signal. Now, actually, they are going to penalize both players.
They signaled against the Chargers, but they're marking it off against the Antlers. So, yeah, he just signaled the wrong way.
Well,
maybe he forgot
once
the quarter
again.
change.
So Tivy is going to be bottled up again. This time starting this drive just outside their own 12-yard line. from that Wildcat formation, Logan Edmonds. Certainly that's been their best play in their repertoire tonight. He got a big gain all the way out to about the 34-yard line. So after the personal foul, the Antlers do respond. They get a great first down carry by Logan Edmonds, the junior running back who also doubles up as a Wildcat quarterback.
You know, we talked about Jackson Johnston. I don't think they've even attempted to pass to that big 6'5" wide receiver.
He had a big week last week against Lockhart. Caught 7 balls for 126 yards and 2 TDs. Last year, he had 640 yards receiving. And he is a tall drink of water. He's about 6'6".
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's a matchup problem for most defensive backs, I would think. And if you're the Antlers, like to get him in jump ball situations.
Second down from the 37-yard line. Second and a long 7. 3-man defensive front for the Chargers. Keep it on the ground, and that is Fisher Middleton, as Jake Layton, the regular quarterback, was back in the game on that. Going to be short of first down yardage by about 1.5 yards. Champion leads Tivy 17-10. Clock moving with 7 minutes and 44 seconds remaining before intermission. Third and about 1. The quarterback, Jake Layton, the junior. 2 backs back there in the gun. 3-man defensive front. Running play up the middle. Good power running there as they kick through a couple of tackles. And once again, that is Fisher Middleton, and he has the first down into Charger territory at the 45-yard line.
12-yard run that time, and they're getting those Antler running backs, they're getting to that second level.
Well, they had no trouble moving the ball last week. They had 5-16 total against Lockhart. Logan Edmonds again, but this time is hit right at the line of scrimmage as we move inside the 7-minute mark here in quarter number 2.
Jacob Gresham with that stop, no gain that time. That's a huge stop when they've been ripping off chunks of 10, 15 yards. You get them for no gain. Both teams seem content, though, to run the ball, and they both have had a lot of success running the ball. Haven't really had to throw very much either side.
Linebacker Gresham, who had a huge ball game last week against Medina Valley. Again, they'll just swing it to the right side. It's taken by the running back, Mayberry, and he's dragged down from behind as he gets down to about the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long for the Antlers.
Well, we talked about Johnston. You know, at some point they're gonna go to him and get him involved in the game at some point.
That's Jacob Caraway matched up against Johnston. Wide receiver screen, far side, beautifully diagnosed. Coming up quickly to make a wonderful tackle there. I believe that was Cade Galt on the play.
So 4th down, what do you do if you're the Antlers? 4th and 9.
They trail by only 7 at 17-10.
Chargers are going to talk about it.
Yeah, a little bit interesting there that it is the Chargers who take the timeout, and we'll keep it right here.
Cole Kennedy on that stop. Nice stop, like I said, a 2-yard loss. So let's see what the Antlers want to do here. 4th and 9, going into that win. You're kind of no man's land here.
Well, you mentioned the fact that we haven't seen a ball thrown to Jackson Johnston yet, and this guy is really one of the outstanding receivers in all of South Texas.
And that was the scouting report. Talking to Coach Kaiser, that was the first thing he said. I said, "Well, what do the Antlers do?" When I talked to him during the week about the game, he says, "Well, they throw their big kid." That's he said, number 14. They throw to him a lot, and so far they haven't. And we're going almost into halftime, so. Like I said, it's just a matter of time before they try to get him involved.
4th and 9. And the Antler offense is on the field. They send 2 receivers to the near side.
Well, they're lined up in a funky punt formation.
Well, they are at this point, actually. So they are going to kick it away after they talk about it. A little hesitation there. They've already had one punt blocked. Boy, they were risking another one there. It's going to end up being an effective punt as it rolls out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
I wonder, because of how they were lined up, they had wide receivers almost. If the punter had the option, if he saw something, he could throw it. And I think he was thinking about it, and then he just said, well, I'm just going to punt it. And he did it. Fortunately for him, before it got a little, he hesitated another second, it might have gotten blocked. But
I think you were 100% right.
That was a good punt, like you said. Backs the Chargers up to the 10, so they got to go 90 here to get in the end zone. But you got Rodriguez back there. We've seen him a lot.
Chargers trying to add to their 7-point lead as they're on top 17-10. 5:25 remaining in the second quarter. Pass near side, complete. First down. Moore, what a nice job, not only on the catch, but run after the catch by Ryan Brandon.
And that gets them out from their own end there. Gives us some breathing room now up to the 35 or so.
Gain of 25 on first down. Carson Kaiser, the quarterback, has thrown his first interception of the year earlier in the game. But look at this. Look at Alex Rodriguez kick out of tackles, kicking it back inside. And you were saying that he had to be in triple digits in the first half, and I'm quite sure you're right.
Especially, how many times did he shift his feet and change direction?
I counted 3.
Yeah, just on that one run right there.
Wow, gets it down to the 37-yard line. Rodriguez, again, this time a pretty good job of convergence by the inside of that defensive line for the Antlers, led by their senior defensive tackle, Travis Pretty.
Well, Brandon with a 25-yard catch. Rodriguez, that was a 28-yard run on back-to-back plays, so that gets them about 53 yards just on 2 plays.
Gain of only 1 there, so it's 2nd and 9. Kaiser comes to the near side. The left-hander puts the ball away, ducks inside, gets down to about the 30-yard line. Still going to be about 2.5 yards shy of a first down.
That was a good run by Kaiser there. Makes it a very manageable third down.
I would like to see him shift the ball to his outside hand. You know, he's a left-hander, so he's carrying the ball near the traffic, and I'm sure that his coaching staff would prefer that he shift the ball to his right hand in that situation.
Yep.
Rodriguez again up the middle, and once again takes a pop. Yeah, that's going to set up a 4th down situation. Clock running with 4:18 left before halftime.
Let's see what they do here. Like you said, shift that ball. That if you fumble, it goes out of bounds. Another thing it does, it frees up your left hand to stiff arm.
Okay, so 3 wide receivers to the far side on 4th and a long 4, and we've got a whistle. And a timeout is called and is charged to the Tivy defense. And I get that. This is a big play for them. So they saw the formation that they came out in and wanted to make an adjustment from there and perhaps make the Chargers change their play call.
Yeah. 4th and 5-ish. So I don't think the Antlers were sure what exactly Champion was going to do. But now they saw they were lined up, kept the offense out there. They want to make sure they got the right personnel. And I tell you, it seems 4th and 5, 4th and 6. It seems like it'd be a throwing down, but the way Rodriguez has been running, you know, they got a couple options here.
Playbook is wide open, and of course they are moving with that wind, which is a factor coming out of the north.
I'm glad we're in a nice, cozy press box. Because it's cold out there.
Yeah, this is just fun, though. This is great. What a beautiful night.
And I wouldn't even say it's cold. It's just your body's not used to it. The first time that cool front comes in every year, your body takes a while to adjust. And then after a while, this doesn't feel like anything. But the first couple times, your body goes through it. So
you know, here we are saying this, but it's actually 68 degrees.
But it's breezy.
So the reason I am COLD is because I am OLD.
There you go.
4th and a long 4. Kaiser wants to throw, has time, throws it down inside the 5-yard line, and that is a walk-in score for Ryan Brandon. Brandon to the post, and that extends the Charger lead with 3:46 remaining here in the second quarter.
Well, what a great route. Just a skinny post by Brandon, and you can see Kaiser pumping it. Just he was waiting for Brandon to get past the safety, and he got wide open. He got way past the safety that time.
They missed one earlier. They did not miss that one. Will Wallace on for the PAT. And he is just about Mr. Automatic. We'll take a break. 3:46 remaining in the first half as the Chargers extend their lead to 14 points at 24-10. Back in just a moment. We thank you for being with us as you watch the replay on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network. Go Chargers!
We are 1910 Church.
The NTC.
We're on a mission.
A mission that fuels everything we do.
We're about finding and restoring.
Finding things that have been broken, lives that have been broken, and restoring them to the manufacturer's intended design.
We're serious about people.
Because we think people matter.
We're fun.
Energetic.
And crazy about life.
Because we think it's worth living.
And don't worry, we aren't perfect.
Just forgiven and honored to have a second.
Chargers extend their lead to 14 at 24-10. Carey.
6 plays, 90 yards. How about that? They went 90 yards, 6 plays, and it took them about a minute 37.
Will Wallace kicks it into the end zone. And we'll get a look once again at the Tivy Antler offense, now trailing by 14 at 24-10.
And that 90-yard drive, remember that Brian Brandon 25-yard catch, and then the 32-yard touchdown and 28-yard Rodriguez run. So they got about 70 of that on 3 plays. So, and you could see Carson adjusting his throw with that wind behind it. You could tell he just kind of put it up there because Brandon was so wide open.
Brandon with his 6th touchdown reception of the year, and here we are in game number 7. And on first down, on the carry for the Tivy Antlers, that's Fisher Middleton. Very versatile player. He's done a lot of things tonight. And that effort there warrants a first down at the 35-yard line. Clock now once again running with 3:34 remaining before halftime. Middleton again from a Wildcat quarterback position. This time, much more modest gain of not even 2 yards.
Oh, got a player down.
Yeah, he took a big pop there.
Yeah,
so we were hoping the best here. You could hear that one up here.
I remember the days Kerrville Tivy and Boerne champion old Johnny Football was part of that rivalry. It looks like to be Jesse Vasquez, the Antler player down, but
we'll make sure we verify that for you.
Looked like
it was a violent collision involving a lot of guys there.
It sure was. And that's the thing. That's the exact word, Paul, is people say football is a contact sport. Football is a collision sport. You got guys running full speed at each other, and the human body can take a lot of abuse like that, but sometimes, something gives on your body.
Well, certainly we're thinking good thoughts here. And again, we'll make absolute certain that we identify this player. I really don't want to speculate. And we do have a confirmation on that. The injured player is Jesse Vasquez.
See even some of the Charger staff members out there, some of the trainers.
Well, there's obviously some concern there.
Yeah. And he went down right away, and he was, you could see he was in pain.
Everybody around him knew it right away.
Yeah, they were motioning. See Terry Gaudalt there, the assistant athletic director and trainer.
We're going to break away for just a moment. Our score with 3:18 remaining in the second quarter. Boerne champion 24, Kerrville Tivy 10. Back in a moment on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School open?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Round of applause for the injured Tivy Antler player, Jesse Vasquez. Obviously a leg injury. If we get an update on his condition, we'll pass it along, but obviously we're wishing him all the best. Thanks for being with us here on a beautiful Friday evening. Paul Alexander along with my friend Kerry Barboza. Delighted to be describing the action to you. Right now, Boerne champion with a 14-point lead at 24-10 with 3:18 showing before halftime.
We were talking about it during the break. Is Champions had the ball 5 times. They scored 4. They had 3 touchdowns and a field goal. So other than the interception to start the game on their first possession, they've been very productive.
And that was the very first interception of the year thrown by Carson Kaiser. Back to play, 2nd and 10. And the quarterback, Layton, wants to throw. Gets it off on the far side to his running back, Ryan Mayberry. And he looks to have the first down and also skip out of bounds, stopping the clock with 3:10 remaining. Actually, they're going to spot it short of first down yardage, but he did get out of bounds. So it's 3rd and about 1.
Gresham's the one went over there and pushed him out, saved a big gain
from the 45. Running play right up the middle. This will move the sticks and at least momentarily stop the clock as they do advance the chains. And they'll wind it, and away we go now as we reach the 3-minute mark in period number 2. Jake Layton, the quarterback, from the gun, throws far side. It's complete. Nice job on that hitch route. That's the guy that caught the touchdown pass earlier, Luke Audrain. And he also does a very aggressive job of running after the catch. And that effort earns him a first down at the Champion 40-yard line. Clock now moving, 2:41 remaining. Running play coming near side. That's Mayberry again. And he also runs with authority. Gets down inside the 35-yard line down to the 34.
Like Cole Kennedy, one of the players in on the stop.
Gain of about 6, 2nd and 4. Tivy trailing by 14 points, trying to get on the board before halftime and cut into that deficit. Layton, the quarterback, from the 2-back gun. And this is Fisher Middleton on the carry to the far side, and he gets upended on a really nice play by Chase Reha.
Kate Galt also in there, and Kate Galt I thought was being held on the play, but he still makes the tackle, so good job by him.
So what do you know about Cade Galt? He got a cast on.
Yeah, he had some. He hurt his hand or his finger one of the games. I think it was a MacArthur game. He had surgery, and that's Terry's son, Terry Galt, the assistant athletic director and trainer. And so he was cleared to play, but he had to wear the cast. And he played with it last week. That he was one of the guys that was coming back last week as well. And there was a couple of times where he was in a good position to make a tackle, and he reaches out and he can't really grab the guy's jersey, or anything. So, and I know when you have a cast like that, or when it's wrapped like that, the officials have to look at it, make sure it's not any kind of club that you're going to swing up there. And so you see that he had that surgery on that one of his fingers, I believe, and he's giving it a go, basically playing with one hand. One free hand, anyway.
He brings it, though. He is a big hitter.
Yeah, he is.
Third and just inside 2 yards remaining from the 32-yard line. And this is Middleton out of the Wildcat on the keep. He's got the first down. That'll stop the clock at least, and we'll see if he got out of bounds as well. 1:29 showing before halftime.
Well, he got a great lead block. I think Mayberry is the one that took out one of the defenders, and that's what sprung him for all those yards.
Mayberry had a big night against Lockhart a week ago on the ground. He had 21 carries for 206 yards, 3 TDs. Little Lockhart High School math here, that's 9.8 yards per carry. First down, just outside the 20-yard line. Complete to the running back. That's Mayberry. We do have a flag. Mayberry gets inside the 5, but I think this is going to be an illegal block, and I think it may be on their star wide receiver, Jackson Johnston.
Yeah, crack back. Like Holland got popped or something. I see what they call.
Holding call against the Antlers.
So it's a holding call, and penalties have really hurt the Antlers tonight.
Yeah, they sure have, and this is a good-looking drive. Started at the 25 with 3:46, and so they've been able to move that ball. And remember, they're moving into the wind, and they're not throwing deep. They're just trying to short stuff, the little swing passes, the wheel routes, mixing it in well with the run.
Cole moves it back to the 30. So it's 1st and 19. Running play coming near side. That's the guy that has run with such power tonight, Logan Edmonds. But the clock does continue to roll with 1:08 showing.
Sawyer Bowley coming up from the linebacker spot, or safety spot to make the tackle, but not before he gets 10 yards on that. He gets all the penalty yardage back.
So it's 2nd and 10. And here's Edmonds again. Was he looking to throw the ball? I don't know. But I do know this. He's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Back at around maybe the 35 or the 25 rather, or maybe even the 28-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 25, but a nice job of coming up there by the Charger secondary in particular.
Yep, Carson Schwartz. And I think he might have been trying to throw, but he was well covered out there.
Layton wants to throw, comes to the near side. The right-hander gets it away across his body. It's intended for his star receiver, Jackson Johnston, but Layton's momentum carries the pass out of bounds. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, and he was running for his life from Cade Galt giving pursuit. So he knew he had to get rid of it because Cade was going to hit him. So looks like another field goal attempt. This is going to be a little bit different now because this one's going into the wind. So
Rocky hit a long one earlier, but that was with the breeze.
Yep.
This is going to be a 42-yard attempt against the wind with the ball on the right hash mark. And that's Brett Stokes, the holder, trying to get it down. Does so cleanly. The kick is on its way. That takes some leg. He knocks it through. What a manly job by Stephen Grocky, and that's a big 3 points. 13 seconds remaining in the half, and with that, our score becomes Champion 24 and the Tivy Antlers 13. And you know what? I really wouldn't have thought he could get it there against that breeze, but he didn't seem to have a problem.
Yeah, and they obviously have a lot of confidence in him because they didn't hesitate. They didn't call a timeout. And well, let's talk about it. Do you think you can kick into the wind? They brought him out right away. They trotted him out. So obviously they have a lot of confidence in him. And they've had some pretty good kickers up in Kerrville over the years. And that was a good-looking 42-yarder into the wind.
And that cuts the Charger lead to 11 at 24-13. Been an interesting first half. A lot of offensive creativity shown by both teams, maybe Tivy in particular, as they've gone with a really extensive Wildcat package using 3 different guys as a Wildcat quarterback.
Brandon and Baldwin back deep for the Chargers.
So here's Grocky, who just knocked through that 42-yarder. Why not?
Yeah.
With 13 seconds remaining, and you
Why
sure
not?
don't want to risk a return. Ball goes out of bounds. Clock stops on the change of possession. We got 13 seconds remaining.
Champion's going to make him re-kick it.
Re-kick it because it went out of bounds.
Yep.
Onside called against the Chargers. Check at the Antlers. Free kick.
Be interesting what they do now. Do they try to pooch it up high in the air and just see if the Chargers maybe try to fair catch it?
The only thing I know for sure is I don't think either of the 2 deep men are going to touch the football.
Yeah. If I were a betting man.
Got 2 good kickers on display here tonight.
Yep.
Here's Grocky, and he squibs it along the turf. Going to be taken at the 35-yard line. But guess what? Bursts into the clear, and that is a nice aggressive effort by Cannon Brooks. And I keep coming back to that word, that adjective about Cannon Brooks. He is an aggressive player.
Yeah, and he gives them the ball in Antler territory. The only issue is you got 7 seconds. So
well, you got the win. You jack it deep.
Well, yeah, you could if you're the Ravens, you just bring out Justin Tucker and let him kick a 66-yarder. That was ridiculous where the ball was spotted on that kick by Tucker, former Longhorn.
Yeah. Speaking of the Ravens, they're just letting Lamar Jackson do something crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so from the Antler 48-yard line, we'll see what the Chargers and their offensive coordinator, Travis Chrisman, and their head coach, Keith Kaiser, elect to do.
Well, I think the Chargers ran out there. Kerrville was looking to see what they were going to do, and they saw, well, they brought the offense out, they brought the receivers out, so let's call a timeout and make sure we got the right personnel out there. And so
I think the right personnel here would be about 4 safeties standing back at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're champion, you just try to run it. You try a trick play, you try a bomb, and what do you do with 7 seconds? Really two plays at the most if it's a quick hitter to the sideline. But
you know, this would not be impossible with 7 seconds left. You know, we've seen the big night that A-Rod is having. He might be able to bust a run and get it into field goal territory and still have a little time left. Everything would have to work perfectly.
Yeah, he'd have to get there pretty quick.
From the 48, Kaiser from the one-back gun. But that's what they tried to do. And let's see, here's the clock. Is it 1 second? Do they get a timeout call before it expires? Nope. Didn't quite make it, but that was the strategy they were pursuing. So we're done with the first 24 minutes here in Boerne. This has been an interesting ball game. At halftime, the Chargers lead the Tivy Antlers by 11 at 24-13. Back at halftime in just a moment. We thank you for being with us on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
today on World Teachers Day, I just wanted to take a little bit of time and thank you. So far this has been a great fall. You would not believe we've been through 2 years of a pandemic, because when I walk through our hallways, I hear laughter. When I look into our classrooms, I see kids learning. When I walk through our football games, I see bigger crowds than ever. Our parades, the biggest parades I've ever seen. It really is great to be in Boerne, and it's great to be here because of you. You make the difference. Your love, your care for our students, it shows each and every day when we're here. But after 2 years of going through this pandemic, we're coming out stronger, brighter than ever. And it's because of you. So thank you. We know we are the best because you are the best. So happy World Teachers Day.
We are 1910 Church.
The NTC.
We're on a mission.
A mission that fuels everything we do.
We're about finding and restoring.
Finding things that have been broken, lives that have been broken, and restoring them to the manufacturer's intended design.
We're serious about people.
Because we think people matter.
We're fun.
Energetic.
And crazy about life.
Because we think it's worth living.
And don't worry, we aren't perfect.
Just forgiven and honored to have a second,
a third,
fourth chance.
We would be honored to meet you.
And what you're wearing right now is appropriate.
So enjoy the game.
And we look forward to seeing you soon.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School open?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, we're here to surprise the 10,000th student in BISD. Let's go get them.
So I have a pretty big surprise to share. So as you know, our district's getting bigger, and here at Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary, our campus enrolled the 10,000th family last week. The DePablo family.
Congratulations on being the 10,000th student in Boerne ISD history.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by the Boerne Education Foundation, where we highlight the top stories from around Boerne ISD. A total of 14 students from Champion and Boerne high schools have been named Commended Scholars in the 2022 National Merit Scholarship Program. About 34,000 commended students throughout the nation are being recognized for their academic success. Commended students place among the top 50,000 students who entered the 2022 competition by taking the 2020 SAT. For a complete list of those commended students, please visit our website, BoerneISD.net/commended2022. The Boerne High School Chamber Orchestra has been invited to perform at the 2022 Youth Orchestra of San Antonio Invitational at the Tobin Center in May. The Greyhounds are one of just 20 ensembles selected to perform at the event. The Champion Honors Orchestra has also been selected to perform. Congratulations to both. 8 Boerne High School choir students have been selected as members of the Texas Music Educators Association Region 11 Choir. The students will also audition for pre-area in November. Great job, Greyhounds. Tuesday was World Teachers Day. Our superintendent, Dr. Thomas Price, sent a thank you message to our amazing Boerne ISD teachers.
We know we are the best because you are the best. So happy World Teachers Day.
On Tuesday, HERF 5th grade teacher Susan Mertz, who is the reigning BISD Teacher of the Year, accepted a proclamation on behalf of all teachers from Boerne Mayor Tim Handren in celebration of World Teachers Day. The city also turned the main plaza gazebo blue in honor of teachers. Thank you to everybody for a great day of celebration. And now here are the photos of the week from around Boerne ISD. Those are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. A reminder, fall break is from October 8th to the 13th. Classes resume on October 14th. Thank you for watching and have a great fall break.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill. This game is going into overtime. At the Dog and Pony, we are calling it OT at the Pony, and we're open until 11 p.m. after Friday night home games. Head over to dogandponygrill.com if you'd like to order before you leave the stadium, and we'll have a Greyhound or Charger burger waiting for you. Dine in with us, grab a cold beverage, and enjoy the rest of the night with our full kitchen open until 11 p.m. Come on over, because we are ready for you.
It isn't Taco Tuesday without the freshest tortillas. That's why H-E-B bakes tortillas fresh in store. Your kids won't eat tacos on Tuesday or any day without their favorite toppings. Good thing H-E-B has it all, including guacamole made fresh in store. It's been a really long week, and it's still only Tuesday. That's why H-E-B does all the shopping for you, so you can just pick it up with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door. Shop the app or online and pick up curbside free at H-E-B.
Hello, my name is Keith Kaiser. You may know me from the sidelines at Champion Charger football games. I'm here to talk to you about eliminating a real condition called hangry tummy. Symptoms include irritability, inability to concentrate, lack of energy, and the most common symptom. Thankfully, there's a cure, Smoky Moe's Barbecue. Hey, where's the Smoky Moe's Barbecue?
Sorry, Coach. We had hangry tummy.
Another Smoky Moe's Barbecue success story.
Champion High School! 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1.
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School open?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It isn't Taco Tuesday without the freshest tortillas. That's why H-E-B bakes tortillas fresh in store. Your kids won't eat tacos on Tuesday or any day without their favorite toppings. Good thing H-E-B has it all, including guacamole made fresh in store. It's been a really long week, and it's still only Tuesday. That's why H-E-B does all the shopping for you, so you can just pick it up with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door. Shop the app or online and pick up curbside free at H-E-B.
Hi, I'm Gina Devane, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Keith Kaiser. You may know me from the sidelines at Champion Charger football games. I'm here to talk to you about eliminating a real condition called hangry tummy. Symptoms include irritability, inability to concentrate, lack of energy, and the most common symptom. Thankfully, there's a cure, Smoky Moe's Barbecue.
Hey, where's the Smoky Moe's Barbecue?
Sorry, Coach.
We had hangry tummy.
Another Smoky Moe's Barbecue success story.
It isn't Taco Tuesday without the freshest tortillas. That's why H-E-B bakes tortillas fresh in store. Your kids won't eat tacos on Tuesday or any day without their favorite toppings. Good thing H-E-B has it all, including guacamole made fresh in store. It's been a really long week, and it's still only Tuesday. That's why H-E-B does all the shopping for you, so you can just pick it up with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door. Shop the app or online and pick up curbside free at H-E-B.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
This game is going into overtime. At the Dog and Pony, we are calling it OT at the Pony, and we're open until 11 p.m. after Friday night home games. Head over to dogandponygrill.com if you'd like to order before you leave the stadium. And we'll have a Greyhound or Charger burger waiting for you. Dine in with us, grab a cold beverage, and enjoy the rest of the night with our full kitchen open until 11 p.m. Come on over, because we are ready for you.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frostbane, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School opened?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frostbane, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School opened?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frostbane, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School opened?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frostbane, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill. Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School open?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It isn't Taco Tuesday without the freshest tortillas. That's why H-E-B bakes tortillas fresh in store. Your kids won't eat tacos on Tuesday or any day without their favorite toppings. Good thing H-E-B has it all, including guacamole made fresh in store. It's been a really long week, and it's still only Tuesday. That's why H-E-B does all the shopping for you, so you can just pick it up with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door. Shop the app or online and pick up curbside free at H-E-B.
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Champion High School open?
2008.
Now, who was Champion High School named after?
Samuel V. Champion, legendary principal.
Okay. Who was the first football coach at Champion High School?
Danny Threadgill. Danny T. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It isn't Taco Tuesday without the freshest tortillas. That's why H-E-B bakes tortillas fresh in store. Your kids won't eat tacos on Tuesday or any day without their favorite toppings. Good thing H-E-B has it all, including guacamole made fresh in store. It's been a really long week, and it's still only Tuesday. That's why H-E-B does all the shopping for you, so you can just pick it up with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door. Shop the app or online and pick up curbside free at H-E-B.
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by...
Welcome back to Boerne ISD Stadium on a picture-perfect Ides of October evening. We got a great ball game going. Yes, we will return to that in a moment. But we've been watching these performances by these two bands, Kerry, and of course they're both getting ready for UIL competition, and it has been spectacular. I mean, both bands, but the home band, the Boerne Champion Charger Band, has wowed the home crowd. I mean, this has been quite the performance under the direction of Jason Yountz. I mean, that has been big time.
Yeah, they've been both, like you said, both been real good. And they try to be creative and clever and come up with different ways to present themselves at the show coming up. And they use these opportunities at halftime to get themselves ready. They're out there in August in the hot sun starting, and so Put a lot of work in, that's for sure.
And we got a good ball game going. This is the second district game for both Kerrville Tivy and Boerne Champion. They both go in with a record of 1-0. We're at halftime, and the Champion Chargers, who at one point led by 14, have an 11-point lead at 24-13. And we've seen a lot of interesting stuff. We've seen gadget plays. We've seen trick plays on special teams. We've seen a lot of creativity from the Wildcat formation from Tivy, and we have seen two spectacular high school place kickers.
Yeah, 3 field goals. We were talking about that. Of all the field goals, over 40 yards, and so you never really see that in a high school game, that many field goals. So actually, Wallace's was a 34. So we had a 45, a 34, and a 42.
And a 42.
So pretty long field goals. And that 142 was into the win, and it would have been good from a few yards more. But I think if you're champion, you got to feel pretty good about this. You got an 11-point lead. That's a 2-possession lead. Their only touchdown has been on a trick play, a gadget play. They haven't been able to punch it in just in a regular play or a straight drive. They've had to kind of do that. So I think you got to feel pretty good about it. And the way Rodriguez is running, we're trying to track down some stats, but we're figuring he's for sure over 100 and closer to 150 at this point on his rushing yards. So
and he has 2 of the 3 Charger touchdowns.
Yeah.
The other one, a long pass, 32 yards to Ryan Brandon from Carson Kaiser. For Brandon, his 6th touchdown reception of the year, and he went into this game averaging Kerry 20 yards a catch.
Yeah, and he's a great speed guy. And so, I'm interested to see how Kerrville Tivy is going to get their big receiver. Like I said during the game, Johnston, Coach Kaiser talking to him, he's saying during the week when I talked to him on Monday or Tuesday of this week, his first thing was they throw to their big guy a lot, and they haven't thrown to him not even one time. So I don't know if he's a decoy today or what the plan is, but we'll see if they try to get him going in that second half.
Hard to explain because he was a monster last week at Lockhart with 7 catches for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I don't know. Don't know what's going on there, but we'll see. But we saw a lot of Alex Rodriguez, like we said, in that first half for the Chargers, and he's having a great game. And even Kerrville Tivy, they're moving the ball well on the ground. They're getting big chunks of yards, 10, 15 yards a carry, it seems like. But
they've used Mayberry as a Wildcat quarterback. Logan Edmonds has been especially effective as a Wildcat quarterback. And they have a very versatile player, Fisher Middleton. He's filled that role and done a lot of other things as well. He is a very versatile player.
Yeah, the only thing they really haven't been able to do, they've been able to move the ball between the 20s. They just haven't been able to do a whole lot more than that, other than that one trick play, that gadget play where the halfback option pass. So we'll see how they try to figure that out. And we always say, halftime is about adjustments, and so let's see what the halftime adjustments are for both sides, offensively and defensively.
You mentioned Alex Rodriguez, and I agree. We don't have an official stat on him, but he's got to be around $150 and 2 touchdowns after the first half. Kerry, I'm interested to get your impression, but this is the most effectively I have seen the Chargers run the ball right up the gut, not just between the tackles, but between the guards all year long. Very aggressive takeoff by that Charger offensive line.
And they did that from the very beginning. Their first two running plays of the game were straight up the middle, so that's obviously part of their game plan to try to get the run game going. And last week, Rodriguez came back from injury as the Chargers come out onto the field here, take the second half. But Rodriguez was coming back from an injury, and he only had a handful of carries in the, as you see Rodriguez coming out onto the field with the rest of the team.
And as you mentioned, he's had some injury problems this year, but he's not at all tentative tonight. The thing that's impressive is he's not absorbing contact, he is giving punishment.
Yeah, and he doesn't. He's not all that big, size-wise, but he doesn't mind the contact. He's a physical runner for a guy that is not that stocky.
I bet you he leg presses about 9,000 pounds.
Yeah,
lots of lower body strength.
And we saw that one run where he changed directions 3 or 4 times just on one play, trying to elude defenders. But last week they they got him going in that second half, and that was and Kaiser said that we kind of got away from that run game we had in that first half, and so we had to give him more carries, and it paid off. He had that long touchdown run that was the first score of the game. So
just about set to go as we begin the second half, and the Tivy Antlers, who trail by 11 at 24-13, will get the ball first.
Okay, so they'll have the win in the third quarter, which means Champion will have the win at its back in that fourth quarter.
Wind may have died down just a little bit since the beginning of the game because it was really stiff as the sun went down.
Flags are still flapping, but it doesn't seem to be as brisk as it was when that front kind of came in, that initial blast came in.
Kicker Will Wallace, who's having a big night for the Chargers, is set to kick it off. Return men for the Antlers, Logan Edmonds, Fisher Middleton, and Ryan Mayberry. And all three of those guys are dangerous. Here's Wallace. Good kick against the wind, going to be taken at the 10-yard line and advanced across the 25 to the 27, and that's Logan Edmonds on the return. And we'll see what the Antlers can come up with, trailing by 11.
Well, I thought Edmonds was very effective in that Wildcat.
Extremely. They'll mark it back at the 27-yard line.
And that was a very good kick by Will Wallace into the wind.
Absolutely. Jake Layton, who is the regular quarterback for the Tivy Antlers. From the two-back gun on first down, they'll keep it on the ground, and that's Fisher Middleton, who's been a very effective player tonight. That's a very effective carry on first down, gain of 6 or maybe even 7.
Brendan Holland, and again, gets out to that second level before he stops, so Antler run game pretty effective.
Line of scrimmage the 32. Zone read keep. First time we've seen that from the Tivy offense tonight. And that's Cale Lackey, who is their backup quarterback. And he's going to move the chains. He's got a first down out at the 37-yard line. Just underway here in quarter number 3 in Boerne, with the champion Chargers leading by 11 over the Kerrville Tivy Antlers at 24-13. On first down, again from the two-back gun, 2 receivers to the far side of the formation. That's Mayberry on the carry far side. He got a first down and more inside the 40, inside the 35, and pulled down at about the 32-yard line. And he didn't carry the ball that much in the first half, but we mentioned the fact that he is their bell cow runner. He ran for 206 and 3 TDs in that district opening win over Lockhart.
That time it goes for 31, and so, yeah, he's got fresh legs because he didn't carry the ball a whole lot.
Line of scrimmage, the 32. And this is a zone read keep. And that's Cale Lackey on the carry. And the next thing he sees is the blue paint in the end zone. Really well executed and an impressive opening second half drive by the Tivy Antlers. That is a wow, because that was a 73-yard drive.
Yeah, and they did it in 4 plays. They just had some big runs on that one, and that time they gashed the Charger defense.
Rocky on for the PAT. And he's got it. Boy, impressive performances by kickers. And once again, we have a 4-point game with the Chargers clinging to that lead at 24-20, 10-31 remaining here in quarter number 3. Back in a moment on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Man, how many guys are going to play quarterback for the Tivy Antlers tonight? The latest one, Cale Lackey, gets it done for the Antlers.
Yeah, pretty good drive. 2 runs of a 30-plus on that one to get them a 4-play drive.
Rocky set to kick it off. And this one will likely, well, they are going to return it from a yard deep. And there's a little seam up the middle. And that's a nice return. Is not taking the touchback. They end up gaining 2 yards as they get it out to the 27-yard line.
Jordan Ballin with that one. Looked like he thought about it, and there was some space out there, and he got him a good return. That was a 4-play, 73-yard drive. Took a minute 29. Like I said, 2 runs of 30-plus on that one.
As junior quarterback Cale Lackey takes it to the house to make it a 4-point game. Running play, first down. What else? Alex Rodriguez. And look at that surge by the Charger offensive line.
Well, they're coming out and saying, okay, Tivy said, we're going to run. And Champion came out and said, okay, guess what we're going to do? No surprises here.
No surprises. That's Davis Pike, the lone wide receiver to the near side here. Second and about 3, running play coming near side. Alex Rodriguez, limp leg, cuts it back underneath a defender and gets the first down across the 40 to the 41.
What a great run. That was smart. He was trying to get to the edge. The Antler defender tried to cut off that edge, so Rodriguez just planted that left foot and said, all right, here we go. I'm going to cut it back up. Gets that first down.
Nice move.
Yeah, very nice move. Can't really teach that either.
This time Kaiser from the 2-back gun, and they send motion across the formation by Cannon Brooks. Running play near side.
Brandon.
That is Ryan Brandon. He can't only catch it, he can run it too.
Why not? He's such a great athlete that try to get him the ball in as many different situations as possible.
Got 3 on that carry, 2nd and 7. 9:24 showing in the third quarter, with the Chargers holding a 4-point lead at 24-20 over the Tivy Antlers. Kaiser gives it off to Rodriguez, gets across the 45 to the 47, still going to be about 4 yards shy of first down yardage.
Well, anytime you limit Rodriguez to 3, that's a pretty good defensive stand if you're the Antlers.
It's a big physical defensive front for the Antlers. Rodriguez, man, he is doing it, rolling up the yardage. That's quite the odometer he's got spinning tonight. He got another first down inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line, and the Chargers quickly go to the ball as they're trying to force the tempo here.
9-yard gain that time by Rodriguez.
From the 38, running play, Rodriguez again into the secondary. Got a lot of carries, got a lot of yards. We'll try to verify those stats on him because he's having a huge night. Gets a little bit more than 5 on first down.
And he's so fast, he doesn't look tired. He doesn't look like he's losing a step here.
No, sometimes when guys come back from injuries, it affects their conditioning, but he really is taking it to people. And we got motion before the snap, and a wide receiver jumps offside, and that is going to cost the Chargers 5 yards.
And they were running downfield like it was going to be a pass play, but
yeah, absolutely. A little eager.
Yeah. So that gives Rodriguez a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, that wipes out his 5-yard carry on first down.
Yeah. You got to give him a rest at some point.
10. Reverse coming near side. Nice spin move by Ryan Brandon. And I really like the play call sequencing because they fake that really attacking run play between the guards. They pull it out and kind of do the end around to Ryan Brandon. Nice play calling sequence there as one play sets up the next one. Third about 3.
Yep. And Rodriguez, when he went up the middle without the ball, he drew a lot of attention. That's why Brandon got about 7 on that one.
Kaiser pulls it out, keeps it himself. Got a first down more inside the 10. It's a race to the pylon.
Oh,
and Carson Kaiser wins the race.
Coming back, Phil.
But we do have a flag.
Well, let's see.
Indicated.
Yeah, let's see. I thought they might have got one of the lead blocker out there on that one. Let's see what they call.
Could be. The flag's at the 9-yard line.
Yep, it's going to be a hold. It was on the receiver blocking out there, but it's a spot foul. So
It'll still be a first down, but it does take the points off the board.
Yep. And the infraction occurred at the 9, so it's going to back it down to the 19. And again, you saw the tension that Rodriguez drew on that play, and that's what. And Carson Kaiser made the right read. He kept it, and that's why he was so wide open, because Rodriguez had drawn so much attention.
Very much so. So Carson Kaiser momentarily thought he had his second rushing TD of the season, but he gets wiped out on the holding penalty. Still a first down, a good gain, down to the 19-yard line. Kaiser, play fake, looks left side, pulls the trigger. What a sweet throw to Davis Pike. That was a big-time throw, and that is why Carson Kaiser is going to be playing a lot of college football if he wants to. Not many guys can make that throw. That's great. First and goal from inside the 2-yard line. Rodriguez hit behind the line of scrimmage, but powers forward. That's actually one of his more impressive runs of the night. He took it to that guy.
Thought that second effort, but they're going to mark him short. But yeah, that throw by Carson Kaiser on that play before, he took a shot and he popped right back up. So I think he knew that the hit was coming, but he stayed in there and made the throw.
What a throw. Pike with an excellent route and a clean catch. Second and goal officially from the 1. Okay, Kaiser didn't get his touchdown a minute ago, but he gets it now. His second rushing TD of the game, and that's a good answer for the Chargers, because the Tivy Antlers really came out smoking to start the second half, and it made this a 4-point game. Right now, the Chargers have stretched their lead to 10 at 30-20, with the PAT by Wallace still coming up.
Well, the good thing about the penalty, it kind of allowed Champion to burn a little bit more clock.
Wallace is pretty good. So with that, the Charger lead is once again 11 points at 31-20, 6:24 left in the third. Back in a moment here on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
Chargers have never trailed tonight. Once again, they extend their lead to 11 at 31-20. Scoring drive information coming up from Kerry momentarily, but first the kickoff return. This is Mayberry, brings it back to the middle of the field, and the big guy gets it out across the 36-yard line, but the impressive response by the Charger offense, Kerry.
Yeah, they go 10 plays, 74 yards, took 3:59, so almost a third of the 1 second shy of taking a third of the clock off there. And, you know, if Antlers are going to win this game, they're going to have to get some defensive stops, and that's something they haven't really been able to do. The Chargers don't mind exchanging touchdowns because they've got the 2-possession advantage.
Antlers have been able to get within 4 But once again, they find themselves trailing by 11, and they put the ball on the ground. And there's a scramble back inside the 30-yard line, about the 28.
There's guys upside down, and yep, they get it back. But I tell you, what's his name? Tanner Lee shot in there like a rocket and almost had him a fumble recovery.
Tanner Lee, who has a couple of sacks on the season, and now 6 tackles for loss to lead the team. Senior defensive end.
6-yard loss.
Tivy keeps the football, but it's 2nd and 16. They want to throw, and they do so. Deep down the left side into double coverage, and it's batted away. And that was intended for their bell cow receiver, Jackson Johnston, but he drew double coverage on that, and the pass by Jake Layton fell incomplete.
Yep, and the safety turned around at the last second, so it's not any kind of interference. That's good coverage by the Chargers right there. That's the only attempt so far to that their big guy Johnston.
3rd and 16. Antlers trying to avoid going 3 and out. This would be a bad time for them to do it. Chargers defense showing blitz. That's Middleton in motion across the formation. It's a screen pass to Mayberry. Nice call. He's going to be shy of first down yardage by about 3 yards, though.
Pass complete to Ryan Mayberry.
He almost made it. Let's see. You're 4th and 4-ish?
Ish. That's about right.
Yeah. So what do? It looks like they're keeping the offense out. Let's see. You could always quick kick out of that position, but nope. They're going to bring the punting team out. Looks like.
Yeah. I mean, it's midway through the 3rd quarter, still just an 11-point game.
But they're lined up in that funky formation, so maybe there's an option here.
Rocky, who is also the place kicker, is the punter. Good snap. Rocky gets it away. He did get one blocked earlier tonight, and a fair catch made inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line by Ryan Brandon. So you get the feeling this is a pivotal juncture in this game as the Chargers lead by 11. And if they could stretch this out a little bit,
well, and
they would be in a very controlling position.
Yeah, and that was a very good defensive stand right there, 3 and out. And of course, the drive started bad for the Antlers, but on that fumble that they kept. But their last 2 drives had resulted in points, and so this time they get them a 3 and out.
Carson Kaiser, who all of a sudden is hot as both a passer and a runner. First down play, a very successful one throughout the evening as they give it off to Alex Rodriguez. This time a gain of about 3. As we move to the 4.5-minute mark with time remaining here in quarter number 3.
We haven't really seen Reha come in and kind of spell
we haven't.
Rodriguez.
Running play near side. Rodriguez tries to get the corner. Gets tackled from behind. You kind of wondered about maybe a horse collar tackle there, but nothing called. It really ends up being an excellent play by the defender, Kyler Davis.
Well, Rodriguez, he takes punishment, but he pops right up, doesn't he? He's like Gumby. He just bends and gets right back up.
I like the Gumby reference. From the 2-back gun, 3rd and almost 8. Play fake. Kaiser under pressure. Steps up, gets away from pressure, now throws it. That's a big-time play by quarterback and receiver as Ryan Brandon makes an excellent snag to give the Chargers a critical first down out across the 40-yard line.
Well, how did he get out of that Houdini move there? It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he steps up and avoids the pressure. He had Griffin Jones in that area. I think he was just throwing it to whoever was going to catch it, and ended up being Brandon.
You said he stepped up, and that was the key. A lot of inexperienced quarterbacks will retreat from that pressure. He attacked it and climbed the pocket, and that is what resulted in that first down completion. Play fake, slant. Woo! That was a step away from a touchdown. Still a great throw and a very fine catch by Griffin Jones.
Yep, he's been in there and almost had that last one. That time he gets that one, gets him in Antlers territory.
At the 43-yard line. A-Rod inside the 40, down to about the 36.
Well, they're in a hurry up.
And a really good time to force this tempo because you're starting to see maybe a little bit of fatigue on the part of the Antler defense. Second and a long 3. Play fake. Kaiser to the near side. Throws complete. This time they throw it to the back, Alex Rodriguez. And they're going to mark this just shy of first down yardage. It'll be 3rd and 1.
And that's something we hadn't really seen a lot tonight is the pass to Rodriguez. We know he can run, but that time utilizing him in another way, and that's as a pass catcher.
3rd and 1 in what you would think is 4-down territory. Rodriguez to the left of the quarterback, Kaiser. They'll give it to A-Rod. First down. Almost splits the safeties. Has a first down around the 22-yard line. And he's one of those guys. You always hear about backs that, they get stronger as the night goes on. The more you feed them, the stronger they get. Well, he is doing that.
Yeah, he looks tired there, though. I think he needs a break, and Rehad does go in. Rodriguez is tired, I think.
Well, he has reason to be. He has been hyper-productive.
He's got to be closing in on 200 rushing yards.
Gets the first down at the 24. Chargers trying to add to their 11-point lead. And that is Cole Reha on the carry. And he does some slashing himself for a gain of almost 4.
Yep, Rodriguez on the knee there. Just looked like just trying to catch his breath there. Get his second win.
From the 2-back gun. Motion to the near side. Carson Kaiser with time, throws deep down the middle. We're going to have an interference call.
Yep.
Absolutely. That was Ryan Brandon taking it to the post, trying to get his second touchdown catch of the night. Probably would have got it, but the defender really had no choice but to horse collar him. And remember, in high school football, that is, that's not a spot foul. They won't mark it at the 1. That'll be a walk-off.
Yep. And
don't know that the defender really had a choice there.
Yeah, and he's trying to say that it wasn't catchable. Well, yeah, it's not catchable when you stop a guy, when you don't let him have a chance at it.
I absolutely think it would have been catchable. I absolutely do. And the walk-off will carry all the way down to the 6-yard line. So the Chargers in a position to really take control of this if they could punch it in. From the 6, 1st and goal. Play fake to Reha. Kaiser keeps it. And he is a big, strong guy, and the linesman lifts his arms, and that's a touchdown. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Carson Kaiser, his 3rd of the season.
Kind of spun in there at the very end. Looked like he's going to get down into 1, but he spins around and falls in. Might have landed on a body and didn't touch the ground, so great run by Carson Kaiser.
Lead 17, make it 18. At 38-20, 1:27 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Back in a moment. We thank you for joining us here on the Charger Sports Network as we take a look at that one.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
Really get the feeling this is a pivotal point in this ball game as the Chargers have assumed an 18-point lead at 38-20. So I'm going to say it. I think it's kind of now or never for the Tivy Antlers.
Yeah, it's a 3-possession game now, so you need 3 possessions, and so you really can't afford any more if you're the Antler defense.
Wallace with a kickoff. It's taken about the 15-yard line. Good, strong return there by Logan Edmonds. And let's see how aggressive the Charger defense gets now. I got an 18-point lead. If you're going to go to heavy blitzing, now typically, traditionally, would be the time you would do that.
That was a 9-play, 81-yard drive. Took 3:15 off the clock. drive before that was 10 plays, 75-yard drive, and that took 3:59. So 19 plays, the last 2 drives that have taken almost half the quarter, well, more than half the quarter, about 7 minutes off the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. The big guy, Jackson Johnston, is the lone receiver to the far side. On first down, it's a little wide receiver screen to Fisher Middleton, who takes some punishment there after a gain of only 2 yards.
Yeah, again, the Tivy offense, we know, can move the ball. They can score, and we saw that last week. But at the same time, the defense hasn't really proven tonight that they can make any kind of significant stop when it's been a crucial time in the game.
Inside a minute left here in the third quarter, and it's 2nd and 8 from the 36-yard line. Running play coming near side. That's Logan Edmonds. And he's shoved out of bounds, close to first down yard. It's going to be about a yard shy.
There's a little.
Man, and we've got another altercation.
Yep.
Really hate to see that.
A little bit of extracurricular. Let's see what they call. That was way after the play. Connor Ramsey locked up with Kate Galt. So they were going to be about a yard short.
Right.
And now they're going to get it, of course, and that's going to move them into champion territory. It was about the third or fourth one of those tonight. It is a rivalry game, and it is, it's an emotional game.
Coach Kaiser not going to like that, though, because Chargers in position to really take control, and you breathe new life into the Tivy Antlers. They get a first down at the Charger 42. Following the penalty, 2 receivers to either side. That's Mayberry on the carry, and a good surge by the Antler offensive line carries it inside the 40 down to about the 38. Clock moving with 26 seconds showing here in the third quarter.
And I think Antlers will be a little bit more in a hurry having the wind behind them, and they're trying to get some stuff going, but they're going to go into the win in that fourth quarter.
Jake Layton, the quarterback. And Layton will keep it on the zone keep there and runs over a defensive back and has a first down at the 30-yard line. And they'll stop the clock briefly to move the change with 3 seconds left.
We got an injured.
And we do have an injured champion Charger at about the 26-yard line. And we'll be very careful about making sure that we get the right identification on this player. No need to rush that. It does appear to be Chris Janicek. While he's being attended to, we'll take a brief break here with 3 seconds left in the third quarter, and Champion leading Tivy by a score of 38-20. Thank you for being with us on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Charger Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B.
Injured player confirmed to be senior defensive lineman Chris Janicek, who, by the way, had a magnificent game last week against Medina Valley. You know, they grade every play, and he made an A last week. Chris Janicek graded out at 95. That's phenomenal.
Pretty good.
Going to be first down Tivy on what will almost certainly be the last play of the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the Charger 30-yard line. And Tivy trying to reduce its 18-point deficit as the Chargers lead it.
That's the quarter.
They start the clock after they move the chains. Clock expires. We've played 3 quarters. Our score after 3. The champion Chargers 38, the Tivy Antlers 20. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment here on the Charger Sports Network.
I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network. Go Chargers!
We are 1910 Church.
The NTC.
We're on a mission.
A mission that fuels everything we do.
We're about finding and restoring.
Finding things that have been broken, lives that have been broken, and restoring them to the manufacturer's intended design.
We're serious about people.
Because we think people matter.
We're fun.
Energetic.
And crazy about life.
Because we think it's worth living.
And
crowd loving it as we enter the fourth quarter. Tivy with the ball from the Charger 30-yard line. Pass is going to be picked off, and this could be a big return. This could be a big return. One man to beat, pulled down from behind at the 42-yard line, but that is an excellent, savvy play there by Jacob Caraway. Nice job.
Yeah, it looked like he had a chance to score, but he doesn't score, but that's fine. Great job by
Jacob Caraway with his second INT of the year. Nice, strong return.
Yep, and he gives the Chargers a very short field here.
At the Tivy 42-yard line.
If they score here, warm up the bus maybe.
Could be. Two receivers to the near side. Alex Rodriguez again. This time a gain of only about 2. The Chargers want to control the football and the clock as they look to run their district record to 2-0. And a win tonight would give them an overall record of 6-1 going into a game next week that we haven't talked about yet, but we will later. Very true. 2nd and 10. Kaiser on the keep. Lowers his shoulder, runs through 2 tacklers. Is the ball on the ground? Did it get loose? Did they turn it over? We're waiting to see, and apparently they did, and on the recovery, alert play made by Joe Montañez. And, you know, we mentioned this early about Kaiser sometime not putting the ball away at the end of the run, and that may have been the case there.
Well, 33 with the strip on that one.
That's Montañez.
Yeah, he came up with the ball, and Coach Kaiser was saying that he thought he was down. Officials didn't agree, so. But you know what? You're okay. If you're the Chargers, you're still 3-possession lead here in the fourth quarter.
And you've given Tivy a long field as they start this drive from their 25. 3-man defensive front for the Chargers. Motion across the formation. They give the ball to the motion man. That's Logan Edmonds. And he is a bruise administrator.
Yeah.
You know, he makes other people bruised on Saturday morning when they wake up. Well, gain of about 6 here.
And the Antlers have not shown the ability to score more than 1 touchdown in a quarter. So, you're the defense. I think you're okay, even though the team had that turnover right there.
They're down 18 here. Line of scrimmage to 31. 2nd and about 4. Running back hit behind the line of scrimmage, powers forward for a gain of maybe a half yard, so it'll be 3rd down coming up.
You might be in 4-down territory, even though the ball's at the 32. If
down
you're the
18,
Antlers.
you would think so, right?
In the fourth quarter, down 3 possessions.
3rd and 3. 2-back gun back there with the quarterback, Jake Layton. Chargers showing blitz. They come off the edge. Layton lays it off to the vacated area, but the pass, which was thrown to the right spot, was just dropped by senior receiver Fisher Middleton.
He kind of juggled it a little bit, and, well, we thought maybe they'd go for it on 4th down there. Looks like they're bringing out the punt team.
It looks that way.
But I don't
that's
think
their dual threat kicker, Stephen Grocky, who's both the punter and the place kicker.
I don't know that Champion's buying that they're going to punt.
Well, you'd want to protect it against it for sure.
But I think if you're going to go for it, you just line up and go for it. I don't think you put the guy with the ball 10 yards back behind the line of scrimmage.
That would be my thinking as well.
Whoa.
A little bit of a high snap, but Grocky gets it away. And it's going to actually take a Charger bounce, and they'll kill it at the Boerne Champion 47-yard line. 9:51 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
I think that snap, the way it came out, threw the punter off. Is only a 21-yard punt. Actually a 19-yard punt because they moved it up to the 49. So that was only a 19-yarder.
So the Antlers can't do anything with the turnover. And after all is said and done, the Chargers once again end up with excellent field position as they start this drive just shy of their 49-yard line.
Guess who?
Alex Rodriguez gets airborne this time and gets a gain of 3. Clock rolling, 9:43.
Rodriguez, he just goes over the top there.
He has gone over, under, around, and through all night long. Gain of about 2 this time, 2nd and 8. A-Rod coming near side, turns the corner, going to get down to about the 45-yard line where he'll be about 4 or 5 yards shy of a first down.
He lowers the shoulder. He's going to get a little bit of a break. Coming out limping a little bit.
Oh, boy. Oh, he sure does. He's got some kind of leg injury. He's grabbing down around his ankle or knee.
He might be cramping.
You know what? Apparently he told a teammate to cramp because they're trying to stretch him out.
He's had a lot. He's first in the whirlpool tonight at the school because he's definitely carried a big load tonight.
Yes, he has. 3rd and 5. Kaiser, the left-hander, throws to the right side and overthrows his intended receiver, Ryan Brandon.
He threw it to Dad. Look, Dad with the catch. He caught it.
Right?
He did.
4th and 5.
Could be a quick kick here. I don't have a problem punting it here because your defense is playing so well right now.
They are indeed. But they're going to go for it. At least it looks that way. Out of the shotgun on 4th and 5. Play action slant. It was intended for Ryan Brandon, and this one got through his hands. So they'll turn it over on downs at the Tivy 46-yard line. So still a glimmer of hope for the Antlers, who trail by 18 with 8:38 left in the 4th.
Well, we had the interception by Caraway, then we had the fumble that the Tivy came up with, and we had a 3 and out, and then they're a 4 and out. And no one's been able to move the ball last 4 possessions and score. But if you're the Chargers, that's okay because you've got the lead. And what that's doing is just shortening the game now. So Antlers down to under 9 minutes here.
Late in the quarterback for the Tivy Antlers as the Charger defense shows blitz, and they do bring 4. Slant pass across the middle, complete to Fisher Middleton, who gets a nice gain but also gets a headache.
And again, Tivy's been very good at hitting that little 4 or 5 yard pass, but you need you're gonna need a lot more than that if you're the Antlers.
Gain of 5 there. It does advance the ball into Charger territory at the champion 49. Blitz coming. They lay it off to Mayberry, the running back on the far side. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down marker.
Yep, and the tough part for the Antlers, like I said, they're just throwing the 3-yard outs, the short little screen plays. You know, they're going into the win is the hard part for them right now.
Mayberry got out of bounds, so it did stop the clock with 8 minutes left. Running play this time.
Fumble.
They put it on the ground. That's a loose ball in the Chargers secondary. And the champion Chargers are going to come up with another turnover as they recover that ball at about the champion 36-yard line.
Aiden Pickett.
Absolutely, that's Aiden Pickett. Chargers with a nice job of forcing turnovers tonight.
I tell you, the defense, they've done well. They've only given up 1 touchdown in each quarter. And in the first quarter, they only gave up a field goal. So you're in good shape right now if you're the Chargers.
Start this drive from their own 36 following the turnover. And on the ground, on the carry there, that's Cole Reha in relief of Alex Rodriguez. And they're still stretching A-Rod out here on the near sideline. It does appear to be a cramp. The trainers really aren't there. They don't seem to be concerned. Looks like a cramp in his hamstring just above his knee. Gain of about 4 by Rehab, who gets another carry, or actually not. It's a RPO as Kaiser gets it away to Cannon Brooks. Nice play, nice deception, and that was a true RPO.
Yeah, and what I liked about that one is the throw. Oh, it was a flag, though, at the 41. So I was going to say what I liked about it is that, let's see what the call is.
Could be another lineman downfield.
Yeah, but see, I thought it was a lateral. I thought the throw went backwards.
I don't think they ruled it that way, but let's see what the call is. And we'll get the call here momentarily from referee Tom McAfee.
Coach Kaiser is going to call a timeout, and he's going to chew on some officials right now. I guarantee you that's why he called that timeout.
We'll keep it right here, just to see what he has to say,
yeah.
You know, because
I
he's
think,
a little cranked up.
I think that was a lateral. I think he threw it backwards, and they called linemen downfield. But if it's a lateral, it doesn't matter where the linemen are.
Well, that would be correct. I just think maybe the official didn't see it that way, but I think your interpretation is spot on.
And I was going to say before I saw the flag, I said that was a great play because the RPO he pitched it backwards, and Kaiser's letting them know about it. He's giving them he's getting his money's worth for this timeout.
It was a very creative play. You hate to see that get wiped out.
Yep. I'm interested to see this replay here. It's hard to tell from right there.
It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, it really is. You'd have to be straight on to see it, but he's still getting for it.
You know, and sometimes as an official, your eyes and brain detect what you expect to see, and you know that's an RPO, so you know it's intended to be a forward pass. So sometimes your brain gets ahead of your eye there.
Yeah, and that's what that timeout was. Is Kaiser just wanted to talk to the officials basically.
Well, you know, you can't take those timeouts with you. So if you got to burn one to chew on somebody, I mean, sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah, they did call that lineman downfield, I believe.
Yeah. So 3rd and 10 from the Charger 36-yard line. Champion leading by 18 at 38-20. Kaiser steps up again against pressure, goes to the far side, now pulls the trigger on the far side. I think the pass carried the intended receiver out of bounds. It did.
Yeah, Brooks caught it.
Yeah, he did. But
out.
It's going to be an incomplete pass, and it's also going to be 4th down.
Well, and you got the lead, and you got the win, and this is a good chance just to pin them back and make them go the length of the field.
Would this be the first champion punt?
Let me look.
Oh, look at this. Changing the formation. And it looked like an interior lineman move. So we're probably going to have a procedure penalty here, and that is the case.
Yep, and this is the first punt for the Chargers. Not bad. You don't have a first punt of the game till almost halfway through the 4th quarter. That's a pretty good indication of how the game is going.
Not bad at all. Now, there is a big game coming up for the Chargers next week, but I made myself a solemn promise that I would not talk about it until late in the ball game. Here's the punt, and watch this with the wind. Down inside the 10, can they kill it?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yes, they did.
Well, did they? I hope so. I thought for a second that maybe the
half.
coverage man had stepped into the end zone, but man, he cut that one close, like he said, at the half-yard line. So 99 plus to go for the Antlers, who trail by 18.
69-yard punt. A lot of it rolled, but it got some wind behind it, and it looks like the Antlers really weren't trying to catch that one.
Well, I think they were still a little concerned about maybe a trick play or something like that after all the motion and the formation change they had seen before the procedure penalty.
They weren't sold that it was going to be a punt. But, here you go. You got to go 99 yards, and if it takes you got 6:57, so just under 7. If it takes you, a couple minutes, that's okay because the time is on champion's side. Clock is on their side right now.
Quarterback standing 5 yards deep in his end zone. Going to try to run it out of there.
Oh.
And let's see. This is close. He just barely got out, avoiding the safety.
He got forward progress to the 1. That was a dangerous play. You made him run lateral for 10, 15 yards before he turned it upfield.
Well, they thought the champion defense was packed into the inside, but that almost blew up in their face.
A lot of times, some teams would just do a quarterback sneak just to get him a yard or two and give him some breathing room.
Absolutely. Hard to do, though, out of the shotgun,
Yeah.
Second and a full 10 from the half-yard line. And this time they do try to just run it up the gut with the quarterback, and he gets a little room. Stays on his feet before he's finally tackled at about the 8-yard line. And the clock continues to move with 5:55 showing in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, 3rd and 5, if you can stop him here and make him punt, the punter standing into his own end zone, punting into the wind, you got a great opportunity for a short field.
Tivy's in a tough situation right now.
Yeah, this is tough right here. I'll tell you, Champion's done a great job on Johnston.
Yeah, they have.
One or two attempts, and one that I remember, maybe another time as well.
I think he's only been targeted twice. I think you're right. Got a timeout on the field.
It's picking up. Wind is picking up a little bit.
Yeah, it died down for a while, but now it's getting with it again.
Yep, flags are flapping pretty good there. When they cook the hamburgers over there on the snack bar and the smoke rises, that kind of tells you as well which direction the wind is going.
Tells me that Paul needs a hamburger. That's what it tells me.
Well, we had Chick-fil-A here.
That's good too.
Yeah.
What a fun evening this is. October's my favorite month for a whole lot of reasons, and this October night did not disappoint.
Needs to go trick-or-treating?
It looks like Champion Chargers are this close to coming home with all the candy right now. On 3rd down from the 2-back gun. Chargers bringing the heat. High snap. It's not going to be a safety, but it's going to be marked at the 1-yard line. No contact was outside the goal line.
Yeah. They'll give them to the 2, I think, but they did lose yards, and this is a very dangerous punt.
You don't even have room for your punter right now. Grocky is going to be, and he's been a little slow pulling the trigger a couple times tonight. He's got 1 punt blocked. This is a tough situation, and he has to be careful he doesn't step out the back of the end zone because that would be a safety.
And so you got a lot of things. You need a good punt. You need a good snap. He has to watch where his feet are. It's a shorter field than he's normally used to. You risk a block. Block.
And it
got it.
Yeah, it was absolutely deflected, and that's going to be the Chargers' ball, 1st and goal from the Tivy 8-yard line. What a job by the Charger defense and then special teams. Take a look at this. That's just geometry there. He just didn't have enough room.
Yeah,
the ball was going to get blocked.
Because, normally a punter takes a few steps before he punts it. He didn't have time or the room, like you said, to do it. He just had to probably should have just one step type of kick. This is a golden opportunity here for the Chargers, though.
1st and goal from the 8. Chargers already leading by 18. That's Reha on the carry inside the 5, down around the 2. Clock rolling, 4:27 showing.
And Chargers, they don't care how much time this takes. They just want to burn as much clock. Obviously, like a touchdown, but you got a field goal in your back pocket right now.
Reha, the running back, they give it to him. He's really at the lip of the cup. Doesn't get in this time. It'll be third down. And like you said, Kerry, that's just fine with the Chargers. You know, if they could burn a lot of plays to get an 8-yard touchdown drive, that would be ideal for them.
Down at the 1.
Kaiser gives it off. And they got the touchdown. Reha gets it. So the sophomore punches it in, and yeah, I would say that kind of closes the book on this one. 24-point lead, and the PAT still upcoming. Okay, everybody's been asking me to talk about this game next week. Okay, I feel kind of comfortable doing it now. If they stretch this out to a 25-point lead, which they just did, okay, we'll talk about it on the way back after the commercial, because next week could be for everything in this district. Back in a moment. Our score, the champion Chargers 45, Tivy 20. Back in a moment on the Chargers Sports Network.
I'm Goldberg, and you're watching the Chargers Sports Network. Who's next?
Tonight's broadcast on the Charger Sports Network is brought to you by H-E-B, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Chick-fil-A, Frost Bank, Jet Specialty, Ferris Orthodontics, 1910 Church, Wick Productions, and Dog and Pony Grill.
.344 left. Cheerleaders enjoying this one for champion because they got a 25-point lead at 45-20 here late in the fourth. And here's the kickoff by Wallace. Carries into the end zone. Touchback. Okay, we'll talk about it. You would think that this lead is safe now for the champion Chargers. They're going to be 2-0 in district. They're going to run their overall record to 6-1. And coming up next week, a matchup with the Alamo Heights Mules, a game that in the preseason everybody predicted would be for the championship of this district. I don't want to jump ahead on that. I don't want to presume anything, but Kerry, it may be shaping up that way.
Yeah, and that was the case last year. It was those two teams. They played here. The Heights won, and they were the district champs. And that one loss in district cost champion the district title, and they finished second. And as a present, they got Liberty Hill in the second round.
Tivy still trying to score some points, and they throw the swing pass out to the running back Mayberry. Doesn't get much done, and the clock continues to roll now with 3.5 minutes left.
And Orem Stadium, newly renovated, just opened it up this year. Last year they shut it down and worked on it, and it's brand new, basically, brand new stadium. And the Greyhounds, Boerne Greyhounds, played their first game of the year. Oh,
well,
nice.
It's complete to Middleton, but just flying up to make the tackle. That was a really nice play.
It's Caraway,
With Caraway on the tackle.
And it looks like champion has just wore them down.
It does look that way.
They've just worn the Antlers down. In this game, I've seen this game plenty over the years, and crazy things have happened because it's a rivalry, but tonight, champion just played pretty well start to finish.
There's a little bit of a gap between these two teams this year.
Yeah.
There is. Chargers coming with some pressure. Layton wants to throw, has time, pulls it down, and now he's going to be sacked back at the 18-yard line. And on the sack for the Chargers, looks like Carson Schwartz.
Yep, and he should have thrown it. He pump faked it. Should have gotten rid of it.
Good sack by the senior defensive end, Carson Schwartz. Tivy's going to have to punt it away. Rocky once again, I think, went to a knee to feel
like
that.
It sure looked like
and
it.
that maybe that play should have been blown dead at that point. Academic at this point, though, and they'll kill it at the 46-yard line with just over a minute and a half to go in this one.
We talked about Chargers kind of wearing them down in this quarter. Tivy 3 and a punt, 3 and a fumble, 3 and a deflected punt that set up an 8-yard touchdown drive, and 3 and a punt. So 3 punts and a fumble. So definitely Chargers just wearing them down.
Charger defense playing really well for at least the second week in a row.
This might be victory formation. Maybe one handoff.
Maybe one.
Yeah, as Ballin's in there.
From the 46. And, wow, he does make it exciting. Run around killing time, finally gets it away. He threw a completion. Okay, that ends up being a 3-yard completion, but that was worth every second just to see that. Wow, what a job there. That's Reha on the reception.
Ballin got his aerobic workout for the week. I think he ran about 100 yards before he made that throw.
He's a fun player.
And he threw that like the shortstop that he is.
That's a lot of hard work for 3 yards.
Yeah, that was. Well, that was a fun 3 yards.
It was.
That was the most fun 3 yards of the night, I think.
Clock running, 1:05 remaining. Reha on the carry into the secondary. Down inside the Antler 45, down to about the 43 or even the 42. Clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains, then they'll get it going again.
Some of these backups, they want to.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They want to run with the ball. They're calling plays. They're not in a hurry. They're not going into victory formation yet.
Reha. Again, short yardage. And we're inside 20 seconds, and that may do it.
Yeah, that was 32. Colin Ryan with the run, but that's going to be the last play of the game.
That will do it as the clock approaches 0, and with that, the champion Chargers run their district record to 2-0 and their overall record to 6-1. Now we can say this definitively going into that huge game next week against Alamo Heights that could be for the district championship. So overall impressions tonight, I thought that the Charger defense played really well. I think you can tell that they're rounding into health right now. You hope that doesn't, the cramp that we saw from Alex Rodriguez, that doesn't have any lingering effects. But going into this game against the Mules, you would think that the Chargers are now full strength.
Yeah, they definitely played well. The defense, really both sides. Champion offense scored every quarter, 14 in the first, 10 in the second, 14 in the third, and then a last one at the end on that short field. So they scored every quarter, and defense did not give up any points in that fourth quarter, and only gave up 7 in the third. So they held them to 7 points, and that was that opening drive of that third quarter. They got that touchdown, and after that they shut them out and had 2 field goals and 1 touchdown in the first half. So pretty decisive win by the Chargers.
Fun night for sure, even more fun if you're a champion Charger as they win this one by 25. Our final score 45-20. Been a wonderful evening. We thank you so much for joining us. Kerry Barboza, always a genuine pleasure working with you, and there is lots more football to be played in 2021.
Yep. Thanks, Paul. It was a great game. It was a fun game, and I like to see this afterwards. These guys are rivals, but they take a knee together, and they're going to say a prayer. That's always a nice thing to see.
Yes, it is. Once again, our final score from Boerne, the champion Chargers 45, the Tivy Antlers 20. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Chargers Sports Network, and with that, good night from Boerne.